Hello, hello. Now we're reading a whole bunch of Dr. Stone, starting with chapter 298. They have just found a gigantic stash of duds, of petrification devices that had once triggered a worldwide barrage of petrification, but now are just sitting dormant. And immediately have put this new technological resource to work. Even though it doesn't petrify anymore, it still has a lot of very weird qualities, such as being really hard to detect with radar. So they've coated their ship with it. They've rebuilt their ship into a very strange shape. And now, now they're going to do some research, I think. I don't know if the threat from Stanley is going to be held at bay forever. But for now, at least, they have a moment to relax and start busting apart petrification devices and trying to figure out how it works. So this is pretty exciting. This is one of the fundamental mysteries of the entire series. Just what the heck is the method by which living things, humans and birds, but a lot of other animals know, get petrified in a way that they're revivable later, and a lot of their wounds and ailments are healed during petrification. It doesn't make very much sense. It sounds like magic. Much more than anything else in this series, the petrification function seems like magic. So let's see. What kind of explanation could they possibly have? I'm real grateful to have a whole mountain of samples to work with, literally. So many Medusas to analyze, we'll figure out how to reactivate them so we have a fighting chance against Stanley's gang. Victory will be quite literally in the palms of our hands, am I wrong? Okay, so this is their setup, this is their goal, and the immediate objective of reactivating these Medusas is to ward off Stanley. And he's wondering, should Zeno really be helping with this? But no, Zeno wants to keep up with the arms race here. He wants to know everything Senku knows. So that's kind of an interesting duality here, that they're going to each do their best to learn how the weapon works, learn how to control it, but for completely opposite ends. That in the end they want to be the one controlling it once it is controllable. Naturally, if I come in the event to come across a discovery that escapes your grasp, I have no intention of sharing my findings. Sharing my findings. Whole sharing process makes the whole. Okay. This is called Diamond Heart. We already knew that they have the diamond battery within them. Their watchmaker revived friend back at base camp knew that. Was able to find the blackened diamond, which was the exhausted battery. And the samples apart leaves with countless tiny components. The fact that each one is identifiable is key. Never caught this. It's always knowledge is power. Yeah, it seems like it's hard to tell. Oh, this is the diamond. And Chrome pops his head in. Of course, he thought he was the rock expert, but they may have gone a little bit further than this. Rather to the blacking. 1,000 of these things, and every last diamond shows a different blackening pattern. Found a diamond that's not black at all. Whoa, okay, Chrome finds something? This one could be good as new. Okay. Kohaku's god tier cheat code level vision. Is it enough for her to perceive a fresh diamond? I don't know. That seems kind of crazy. No, that's a dud. They just go back to smashing. Yes, she is part of Team Smash. That is her best suited role. See cracks slightly along the cleavage panes. Hey, what happened to not sharing your discoveries? Yeah. So yeah, that's true. The different facets of jewels, I've heard that they crack more easily along that, but sometimes you see really beautifully clean cuts that happen naturally because of these cleavage planes. Clean diamonds have cracks in them. Now you're willing to share, haha. So even the ones that aren't shard can't be used as batteries because the diamonds have cracked. Doesn't matter. After all, you are sure to notice as well, Senku. The non-black ones, they're chipped, cracked, just a bit smaller than the others. Okay, well this is very interesting as well, because it speaks to how these things must have been manufactured. That they were churned out en masse, and sometimes these diamonds weren't suitable, but were still put in there because there wasn't any oversight, there wasn't any QA or anything. It was a fully automated process using, and this is another big mystery, where the heck did they get all these diamonds? Still an hypothesis. We had a diamond that's 10 billion% the correct shape, good as new without cracks or scratches. Cram it into a Medusa and power it right back up. Okay, makes sense. But yeah, I'm starting to think on this more, how the heck were these things made level? Very curious about that. Where did you get all these diamonds? What kind of production facility do you need to make something like this? And they're going to make a diamond! Okay, cool! Making a diamond isn't really all that hard. I remember as a kid I read an essay. I had this book called The Curiosity Shop of Science, I believe? I'm curious now. This will be a big nostalgia moment if I can find this. What was it called? Nature's Curiosity Shop, I think. Yes, this one. I read a lot of this book as a kid. It just has a collection of essays about weird things. Excuse me, in science. That's where I learned about relativity for the first time, and I learned a lot about allergies. I feel like I'm having an allergic reaction right now, actually, but whatever. Anyways, they have one in here called Diamonds from Peanut Butter. And they basically talk about the process of making artificial diamonds and how it's just kind of like pressure. That if you have something made of carbon that you subject to enough pressure and enough heat, it will inevitably form a crystalline structure and just make a diamond. And that as a test, they actually made a diamond out of peanut butter. Yeah, so it seems well within the capabilities of the stone world as we've seen so far. It's an insane as plan as ever. Why didn't everyone in the old world do it in Raken Do? Yeah. Why didn't they? It's because of De Beers and diamond conspiracies, that an artificial diamond isn't as good as a real diamond, a mined diamond. And a lot of artificial diamonds were just used in like industrial processes, like there's diamond tip drills and stuff. Joel the Pro Tech is going to grind it down and see how it makes the mechanism work, but first, you all are going to make this diamond. Pros don't have an exclusive patent on science. Anyone can do it. Whether sinner or saint, following the same steps yields the same results. It's the whole point of science. I like that. This is a cool time to remind us of that message. And it's true. This is the first like big kind of roadmap type scientific project that is being undertaken by the supporting cast with no Senku. Well, of course he's telling them what to do, but he's not there. Need some ingredients. Methanol, and that's it. Okay. They loot methanol from Zeno's chamber. Heat it up a ton and you're done. Heat up a tungsten filament, just like in a light bulb. Place the alcohol in hot water till it starts steaming. Raise the heat of the filament, and it explodes. Yeah, that's not surprising to me. Of course, methanol is extremely flammable and combustible. Maybe this is a job for the enemy mechanic. Okay, they're gonna do it on their own. Not gonna let the enemy team on it at all. The diamond's getting made. Just the dummies. They're also just dummies. Just their resolute faces with 3 brain cells between the 4 of them. Okay. Shove the air out of the way before we... apply the heat. Nice, nice. Smart. Okay, maybe too much electricity. Connected. Yeah. They short-circuited it. They accidentally connected it in a place where they weren't supposed to. Ridiculously tiny, but aren't the little particles sparkling? They made themselves an artificial diamond. Cool. The diamond has been acquired. All right. So the quest to get a Medusa on their side continues. We didn't really explore too much the ramifications of what they were seeing. I speculated a little bit. I thought it would be one of those scenarios where suddenly Senku reveals he'd already been thinking about that this whole time. But I'm sure we will address these concerns in due course. Especially just like, how the heck does it work? Like, did they find any single part where they were like, oh, this must release the petrification juice or something like that? I don't know. I guess we will see. Goodbye for now. See you in chapter 183.